I wanted to ask you about the Apple Epic Games hearing, which, as we know, has just been wrapping up recently.
Yeah, so this is an interesting development, and I'm going through it as well myself, but the U.S. federal judge says that a trial between Apple and Epic Games, that's a Fortnite creator, of course, should be heard by a jury. He goes on to say that it's important to understand what real people think. Do these security issues concern people or not? Is this the concern of the developers? Incredibly important. Now, we've been talking and debating this issue over the last few weeks. It's not just Epic Games, of course. It's Match Group, it's Spotify, it's Basecamp. We've heard from many of these CEOs and executives saying that the rules simply aren't fair, that Apple shouldn't be able to charge 30% as a cut. So this will interestingly go to a jury. You could hear from that alliance of developers, likely are. We're still waiting on whether the judge will temporarily let Fortnite back into the App Store. Remember, it was taken off. There's no specific timing on that decision. We expect it to be fairly soon, so we'll continue to keep an eye on it and bring it to you if anything does come. Also, just on that timeline for a trial date when this could potentially be heard by a jury, in that hearing, the judge says looking at a July trial date. So between now and then, expect lots more PR. We've already received lots, particularly from Epic Games, but you might start to see more developers come out in full force to make their case that the App Store rules are not fair to them. And of course, Apple on the flip side coming out to say that it keeps the App Store safe and secure, and as a result, it deserves that kind of fee.
It's a fascinating development, Dee. I mean, not least because it's going to be a very complex case, one imagines. So I sort of pity the people that get selected for the jury. Probably be quite kind of heavy on the detail and boring as well.
And how do you select a jury for this case, right? I mean, so many people use the iPhone.
Well, exactly. But I also wonder whether it slightly changes the likely outcomes, perhaps whether the hard letter of the law, you step away from that a little bit, and people's general interpretation and what does and doesn't make sense to them starts to play out a bit more. We'll have to wait and see, but interesting development.